So in this video, we're going to learn about fractions. Yeah, what is a fraction, types of fractions, reciprocals of fractions, simplifying inequality, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, number sequences, square roots and squares, and conversion of fractions to percentages and decimals. So basically, by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to know about fractions. So let's start. So we start with what is a fraction. So we can say that a fraction is a part of a whole number or an object. For example, let's say this is an orange. Then you cut it in the middle. So there'll be two parts. One part is a half. This is a half of an orange. This half is what we call a fraction. This is, let's say, chocolate. Yeah. Then you have divided it into four parts. One part is a quarter of the chocolate. So this a quarter is the fraction. Same with this circle, I've divided it into three parts. Now one part of this is a third of the circle. Yes, so that's what a fraction is. A part of a whole number or an object. Now we have three types of fractions. The first type is a proper fraction. A proper fraction. The second type is an improper fraction, and the third type is what you call a mixed fraction. Yeah, a proper fraction, improper fraction, and a mixed fraction. So with a proper fraction, it's a type of fraction in which the numerator is smaller than the denominator. You can just say the numerator is smaller than denominator. Yeah. An improper fraction is the denominator is smaller than the numerator. Then the last one, a mixed fraction, is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. So that's why it's called a mixed. It's a mixture of a whole number and a fraction. So first off, to know what, let me show you what a numerator is and a denominator is. For example, this is a third. So the top number is a numerator, the lower number is the denominator. Same with this, a quarter. The top number 1 is the numerator, 4 is the denominator. And here, 1 is the numerator, 2 is the denominator. So with the proper fraction, all these are proper fractions. A half is a proper fraction, a quarter is a proper fraction, and a third is a proper fraction. An improper fraction is when the denominator is smaller than the numerator. So let's say 5 over 2, or 3 over 2, or 25 over 10. You see here, the denominator is smaller than the numerator. Same with here, same with here. So this is an improper fraction. It's not proper. Yes. So this is an improper fraction. Now a mixed fraction is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. So a mixed fraction is, let's say, 2 and a half. 2 and a half is a mixed fraction, or 4 and 2/3. 4 and 2/3 is a mixed fraction. And you'll get to know more about it later on in the video. Yeah. So that's all you need to know about the types of fraction. There are other small types of fraction, but they're not important. These are the three main types of fractions: proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fractions. Next one, you have the reciprocals of fractions. Well, a reciprocal is, let's say, it's when a fraction is inverted. So when a fraction is inverted, yes. So the numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes the numerator. For example, let me say 4 over 5. So this is a fraction, 4 over 5. But then you're asked to find the reciprocal of this fraction, 4 over 5. What do? You just invert. You take the denominator to become the numerator, then the numerator to become the denominator. So it becomes 5 over 4. Basically, they switch sides. So this is the reciprocal of 4 over 5. So when you're asked to find the reciprocal of a fraction, and you're given the fraction straight away, you just switch it. You just put the denominator to become the numerator to become the denominator. It's not complicated, just that. And this reciprocal of fractions, it will be useful in doing various things on fractions. So you just wait and see later on in the video, you'll find it again. So when you ask to find the reciprocal, this is what you do. You just invert the two numbers. That's all. Next on, we are going through the simplifying and equality of fractions. So, as the name says, simplifying is making something simpler. So, in this case, making fractions simpler. So, for example, let's say 10 out of 25. So, this is just a normal fraction, a normal proper fraction. Then, let's say it's a question now you're asked, simplify this fraction. What do? You divide both the numerator and the denominator by a number that can divide both of them. So, yeah, so with this 10 over 25, you can divide both the numerator and the denominator by number 5. So when you divide 10 divided by 5, 10 divided by 5, you'll get 2. Then 25 divided by 5, you'll get 5. So when you're told to simplify 10 and 25, the answer will be 2 out of 5. So one thing to note is that you must simplify, you must divide both the numerator and the denominator with the same number. So when you're given 2 over 5 and you're asked to simplify it, you cannot simplify it further because there is no number that can divide both 2 and 5 or both of them altogether. So this is the simplest form of 10 over 25. Another example, 6 over 72. We're told to divide this by a number that can divide both of them. So what number can divide 6 and 72? We start with, let's say, number 2 can divide both 6 and 72. So let's just use number 2. So we divide 6 divided by 2. It becomes 3. 72 divide by 2. It becomes 36. So now here we have 3 out of 36. But 3 out of 36 is still not in its simplest form. Why? Because you can still divide, because there is a number that can divide both 3 and 36. And what number is that? It's 3. So you just do 3 divided by 3. You'll get 1. Then 36 divided by 3. You'll get 12. Now, is there any number that can divide 1 and 12? There is no number. So, this is the simplest form of 6 and over 72. It is 1 over 12. This is the simplest form of 6 over 72. So, and with this 6 over 72, another way of doing it, now 6 can be divided by 6 and 72 can be divided by 6. So, when you divide 6 divided by 6, you'll get 1. 72 divided by 6, you'll get 12. So as you can see, it's the same number, 1 out of 12. So I'm going to do 2 examples and about simplification of fraction, and we'll see how to do it. So I write the questions, and then you can pause the video and do the questions, and then we'll go through it after all and see if you've got the answer. Yeah. So you've been asked to simplify the following fractions: 9 over 18, 12 over 90, 17 over 46. So you can pause the video and do the question. Then when you're done, you can continue and see if you've got the right answer. So we start with 9 over 18. 9 over 18, to simplify it, you find a number that can divide both 9 and 18. And what number can do that? Number 9 can do that. What other number? Number 3 can also do that. So using number 9, we just divide 9 divide by 9, you'll get 1. Then 18 divide by 9, you'll get 2. It's 1 over 2. this one answer. Or using 3, 9 divided by 3, you'll get 3. 18 divided by 3, you'll get 6. Now 3 out of 6, there is still a number that can divide both 3 and 6. And what number is that? Number 3. So you come down here again, then you do 3 divided by 3, you get 1. 6 divided by 3, you get 2. So the answer will still be a half. So when you're told to simplify 9 over 18, you'll get a half. You come here to 12 over 90. What numbers can simplify 12 and 90? Number 3 can simplify 12 and 90. Number 2 can simplify 12 and 90. And let's just use those ones. So to get the answers faster, use the largest number possible, because for example, now here number 9 was the largest number possible and it gave us half quickly. When you use 3, you see you go to one step, again you went to another step. So if you want to use only one step, just use the largest number possible. For example here, let's just use number 3. So 12 divided by 3, you get 4. 90 divided by 3, you get 90 divided by 3, you get 30. But there is still a number that can divide both 4 and 30. What number is that? 2. So 4 divided by 2, you'll get 2, and 30 divided by 2, you'll get 15. So the answer here is 2 out of 15. Here, 17 out of 46. Now, with 17 out of 46, I don't think there is any number. And if there is a number, you can tell me in the comments down below. I don't think there is any number that can divide both 17 and 46. So when you are told to simplify 17 and 46, the answer will still be 17 out of 46. Yeah. Now, lastly, we have equality of fractions. So you can say that fractions, they are equal when, let's say, one fraction can be obtained from another. So we'll use these examples up here. For example, now 9 over 18. Now, 9 over 18, you simplified it and you got 1 over 2. So 9 over 18 is equal to 1 over 2, and which it's also equal to 3 over 6. So when someone tells you, let's say you have a piece of orange. Now it's 9 over 18 of the orange is the same as a half of the orange, and it's the same as 3 over 6 of the orange. Yeah. So this is what we call equal fractions. So if you want to know if a fraction is equal to another, and you are given, let's say, 9 over 18, when you simplify it, you'll know that it is equal to this, it's also equal to this. Same with 12 over 90 with 2 over 15, and also 4 over 30. So 12 over 90 is equals to 4 over 30, which is equals to 2 over 15. Same with 10 over 25 and 2 over 5. It's equal, 10 over 25 is equals to 2 over 5. Same with 6 over 72 and 3 over 36 and 1 over 1 over 12. So 6 over 72 is equals to 3 over 36, which is equals to 1 over 12. So that's what we call equality of fractions. And it's also useful later on, and you'll find it in the video.